you get to start out with what's called the figure 4 lock. So for those of you that have not worked the figure 4 lock before, or like Kimuras and Americanas, it's a really common grip that we use in Jiu-Jitsu. It's super useful for a lot of different sweeps and submissions and stuff. So you're gonna get to start out with it. So here's how you're gonna set it up, right? You're gonna grab one wrist, same side grip, all right? Not across like this, same side grip. Everybody see that? If you need to be able to see, come around to this side so you guys can see. If you don't need to be able to see it, then don't worry about it, right? I've got the wrist, right? My other hand is gonna reach up, over. I'm gonna cover the shoulder. I'm gonna make a bend in the elbow, and I'm gonna grab onto my own wrist, all right? So everybody see that? So see how there's a bend in the shoulder? And I'm grabbing onto my own wrist. So I'm not going through like this, right? I'm going over the shoulder, sorry, Sean, and I'm grabbing onto my own wrist. Everybody see that? This is the starting position, all right? My job is the top player, or is the, excuse me, as the attacker, is to either make his hand touch his back like this, or keep the grip and roll him over and get on top. Everybody see that? So one more time. I've got the closed guard. I get a same side grip, not a cross grip, same side grip. I'm gonna reach up, over, through. I'm gonna cover the shoulder. I get a bend in the elbow. I wanna make sure that his arm is not completely straight, right? I'm gonna grab onto my wrist, right? I've got my figure 4 lock. This is the starting position. My job is either to make his hand touch his back or try to roll him over. You can unlock your guard if you need and get on top. Everybody see that? Sean's job is to escape the figure 4 lock, right? So here, I'm starting here, right? If he's able to pull his arm free, that's a win for him. All right, so attacker can win by either rotating his arm, making his hand touch his back, or rolling him over and getting on top. If you need to unlock your guard to do those things, that's totally fine, all right? Defender is trying to escape the figure 4 lock. You shouldn't need to tap during this game, but if at some point you feel like your shoulder's getting torqued too much, feel free to tap and partner let go if they tap. Yeah, sit up with the grip, guys. You don't get to start with it completely locked in. Right. So. Alternate every time there's a win. This time I'm starting in the closed guard. Sean is going to start with his hands on the mat, right? I get to start with a hand on each wrist, all right? So go at same side grip, right? I'm not reaching across like this. That would be ridiculous, right? So I've got one grip, one grip. This is the starting position, all right? Everybody see the starting position? Starting, hands on the mat. I've got my guard wrapped up, right? I've got a hand on each wrist. When me and my partner decide to go, this is a shootout, all right? Right? We're a shootout. So my job is to try to get to my figure 4 grip. His job is to try to either take both hands and pin one of my arms to the mat like this, or get to bicep control, all right? But I get to start with the hands on the mat, wrist grips, all right? So I get to start with a little bit more advantageous position. But as soon as we decide to go, right, I'm trying to figure out how to get to that figure 4, whichever side I want, right? So he doesn't know which side I'm going to. His job is to try to get to either bicep control or get to the pin, all right? 2-on-1 grip. If he's able to either get to 2-on-1 grip or bicep control, he wins and we are gonna switch top and bottom. Or if I'm able to get to the figure 4, then I win and we switch top and bottom. But every time there's a win, we switch top and bottom.
Nothing. No. Hanging around the roof.
I had it. That is not fair.
No.
No guillotine. Yes, guillotine.
Nice shot.
Oh, you good?
Essentially going to put the first and second game together. All right. So this time we're going to start in our little shootout position. All right. So I've got my closed guard wrapped up. Right. He's got his hands on the mat. I'm going to grab wrist control. Right. So boom, boom. Right. I'm not reaching like this. It's the same side grip. All right. When me and my partner decide to go. All right. My job is to get to the figure 4 grip and either make his hand touch his back. I can unlock my guard if I need to. Or get to my figure 4 grip and roll him over. I must have the figure 4 grip before I roll him over. All right? Sean's job is to either get to a 2-on-1 grip or bicep control and stand up. All right? If he's able to stand up and he's got that grip, he wins. He has to have the grip before he stands up, right? So he can't stand up and then get the grip. He has to stand up with the grip.
It's okay, I'm just. I just said that because it was. I said that because I wrestled more. Jiu-Jitsu. Get my hair pulled over.
Yes.
Nice trade. Make it touch his back. Roll him over.
Touch his work.
Well, she had a grip when she stood up, right? She had the 2 on 1. Yeah, she stood up.
Oh,
Nice, Pop.
dang it.
Oh, quick slow. No. This is not the move.
Yes!
Right, hands on the back. That's it.
Yes!
We're gonna start, same position, right? He's got his hands on the mat. I've got wrist grips, boom, boom, right? My job is gonna change slightly, all right? And his job is gonna change slightly. My job is to go from here to my figure 4 lock and either roll him over and get on top with my Kimura grip, or finish my Kimura, finish my shoulder lock, right? So I come up here, right? I'm gonna do this nice and slow. We wanna be careful with our shoulder locks, right? Because we wanna be careful with our partner's shoulders, right? Typically, I unlock my guard when I finish my Kimura, but feel free to experiment. Still got the bend in the elbow. I keep it nice and tight to my chest, right? I'm gonna rotate his hand towards his head until he taps. I'm not grabbing it and ripping it as hard and as fast as I can, all right? That's not very nice to our partner's shoulders, all right? We wanna be kind. See, Sean is sad. My job, right? I'm on the bottom player, right? I've got wrist grips. My job is to get to that figure 4 grip and either roll him over and get on top with that grip. Boom, that's a win for me. Or if I can finish my shoulder lock, so I come up, I get my figure 4 grip, and I finish my shoulder lock by rotating that wrist towards his head, all right? Sean's job is also gonna change a little bit, all right? His job is to try to figure out, is to try to clear grips, and then he can pass from here, all right? So if he's able to clear those legs, right? So he's establishing whatever grip he wants, he's able to stand up, if he starts to clear legs, and he's able to pass to a top position, all right? He must clear the Kimura grip or the figure 4 grip for it to count as a pass, and I'm gonna show you guys why. Right? If I'm here, right? Let's say I've got my figure 4 locked up and Sean is able to start to figure out how to clear this leg. Boom. He's fully past my legs. I no longer have my guard, but I still have my figure 4 grip, right? I can still either submit him if he doesn't know what to do here. I can submit him, or I can make him roll over and get on top. So I roll, or I rotate this. He's gonna roll and I can come up on top, all right? This would still count as you rolling them over and getting on top, all right? So just keep in mind, you must clear the figure 4 grip in order for it to count as a pass.
So I don't know what that means.
No.
That did not work.
That is not a shoulder lock. Nice.
Nice, Pablo. So guys, what should the watcher do after watching this video?
Like and subscribe and tell all your friends how cool this video was.